Celebrity Sleaze is presented by McDonald's. The best part about working at McDonald's, not only in my opinion, the Diet Coke that I don't drink anymore, but the people. I'm still good. I haven't done it.
You know what happens this time of year?
What?
You know, you got a lot of pumpkin spice, this and that.
Dude.
And you got a lot of holiday Hallmark movies, Barnes.
The pumpkin spice is out of control. Now everybody's doing it.
There's even pumpkin spice donuts.
But the Hallmark movies, September for Hallmark movies, we're pushing the needle so hard for these holidays to get here.
It's already happening. Hallmark's first look at Holiday Touchdown.
Oh my gosh.
I am not kidding you. A Chiefs love story. And guess who's in it? Donna Kelsey.
They couldn't even get him. They went to Mom.
Mom is in it.
Well, you know, Hallmark is based out of Kansas City.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I used to live there. That's the only reason I know. Then so I see the connection, but they're going to Mama Kelsey without anyone else?
Well, yes, and I have to say this, the countdown to Christmas has already started because this movie dropped last week. Would you like to hear a little trailer for the movie, Barnes?
Please, insult me.
Saturday, November 30th.
No.
For the first time ever, Hallmark and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Whoa.
Leave it all on the field.
How about those?
Chiefs. Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story. All new Saturday, November 30th. Part of Countdown to Christmas. Only on Hallmark Channel.
Please.
There's a little nod to Taylor Swift. Donna in the movie is wearing Travis's jersey in the scene and the nameplate that reads Donna Manager. Hinting that she runs one of the Chiefs' restaurants in the stadium.
Talk about trying to grab something that's not yours. That's awful.
I thought you'd be all excited about it.
Yeah, let me put that on my list.
Here's another, why is he putting himself through this? Another bad review for Kevin Costner. Horizon, An American Saga, Chapter 2. Barnes, you know what they're saying? Listen to this comment.
They dropped it though, right?
No, it's coming out. Slightly more watchable sequel. What kind of review is that? What a backhanded...
Wow.
That's pretty bad. But listen to the cast. Sienna Miller, Giovanni Ribisi, and Luke Wilson.
Well, I mean, okay, but no one liked the first one, so how is the second one going to take off?
He keeps going. Basically the same problem as its predecessor, they're saying. Too much setup and not enough payoff. God, poor Kevin Costner.
Yeah, he's taking a beating. Both from his ex-wife and from critics.
Yeah, it goes on and on. Now, I know I ask you this all the time. Is it Murdaugh or Murdoch, as in Alex?
Okay, the way I heard it in the trial out of his mouth was, and I'll try to do this without a South Carolina accent, Alec Murdaugh.
Murdoch?
And I don't know why all those letters become those letters. Alec Murdaugh is the way he says it.
Well, are you ready for another limited series about the murders?
Depends what angle.
Patricia Arquette set to portray Maggie Murdoch.
Okay.
On Hulu. Now, this is going to be about the journalist Mandy Matney, who's the creator and co-host of the podcast. Remember, there was this Murdaugh Murders podcast. So it's based on that. I'm telling you, this is relentless how many times we retell these stories.
They do get me, though. The trailers in these shows, like right now on Friday, Heather came home and said, we're watching The Mormon Wives. And I was like, And that's how I get derailed on my list. It's called Watch the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Do you know how many of those I've watched?
Okay, well, this one, it's so contrived. It's like they're trying to be a Keeping Up with the Kardashians for the They're completely disrespectful to the Mormon Church throughout the whole thing. I'm surprised they're not kicked out.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's Hulu.
Hulu, okay.
It's dumb in like where you stop to watch, the cop car with the lights on and what's happening. And then you just keep driving.
Are you ready for another story that's going to be retold again?
What?
JonBenet Ramsey, a limited series at Paramount Plus.
Really?
Melissa McCarthy and Clive Owen.
I mean, when does it stop?
They're going to play Patsy and John Ramsey.
This has been done 50 times already.
At the heart of the series, it is the story of Patsy and John Ramsey, exploring the unbreakable partnership of these two complex people. It's unbelievable.
Their ties to Atlanta are huge.
Didn't John Ramsey live there?
Yeah, he lived in Atlanta, and I'm not sure where the house was, but he lived here for a while. And then didn't he date the not Bermuda, the
I know who you're talking about.
Holloway, Natalie Holloway.
Yes. He dated Natalie Holloway's mom. Boy, Barnes, what a recall.
He lived, Fram, I live and breathe all of these stupid shows. He lived over off West Paces, very near Canoe. That's where he moved after the murder and, everything happened with his family.
Well, here's a matchup I'm very excited about that broke over the weekend.
A matchup?
A rematchup.
What?
An Ocean's 14.
What?
George Clooney and Brad Pitt, they said it is a possibility because, they're obviously in this movie Wolves that's coming out on Apple TV.
But that's going to the theaters first.
At the same time, it's going to be on Apple TV.
Both?
Just a few weeks away. Yes.
Oh, wow.
But rumors that the two A-listers are also prepping Ocean's 14. Fram is all about it.
I'm going to go to the theater and see the new one. I want to see if it looks funny.
Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves.
It's getting good reviews.
Looks funny.
Remember we talked about that movie that Joaquin Phoenix just sort of walked out on the week it was supposed to start filming?
Supposedly a very gay movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
That he got cold feet. He's finally addressing it. Check this out.
He's addressing it by not addressing it.
Yeah, kind of.
I think if I do, I would just be sharing my opinion from my perspective, and the other creatives aren't here to say their piece, and it just doesn't feel like that would be right. I'm not sure how that would be helpful. So I don't think I will. Yeah. Thank you.
Joaquin's a big
what?
circle talker. He's one of those,
He looks good, by the way.
you go around the track and you just say the same thing a different way, and then you kind of slowly let it fall out and you're done. No, I'm not going to tell you.
There's got to be some repercussions there. Barnes, I'd like to leave you with another episode of My Gummies Just Kicked In with Jenny McCarthy.
Oh, she's great to turn on her camera every time she gets a buzz with Gummies. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Mini television.
What a great series.
What's her theme?
You'll have to see.
It's time for another episode of My Gummies Just Kicked In. On my mind, actually what's been on my mind for the past decade, because I've talked about it before. And maybe you can help me figure it out. Why the do female musicians wear bedazzled gymnastic leotards when they perform? Why? Do you ever think about that? Like, one after another. Decade after decade. I don't know how many decades it's been, but it's been many. I'm like, where in there? How could they be like, oh yeah, that's great. I want to wear that bedazzled gymnastics leotard. And you might be like, well, some of them, they dance. That's why they gotta. No, not the ones I'm thinking about. Like, some of them don't dance, but they still wear those damn leotards. Why?
She's so right. Think of all of Taylor Swift. You have, what's her name? J-Lo with all the rhinestones. And sometimes they just are a little too tight. Taylor Swift.
Are you digging these little, I don't know, episodes, I guess you call them?
Yes.
With Jenny McCarthy?
I need a compilation. Absolutely great stuff.
That's your Celebrity Sleaze.